Hello, welcome in, guys. Kumbaya, whatever the case may be. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy loca en la cabeza. Blah, 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 blah. Today, on today's show, the topic is going to be people. If you ever woke up in the morning and you were asking yourself, do I even make a difference here? Does anybody actually even know that I'm here? If I would just drop off the side of the earth, would anybody actually notice? You ever have a day like that? You just stand there and look at yourself in the mirror, and you see yourself looking back, and I don't know, you just ask yourself that question, like, why am I here? Like, you know, does it really matter that I'm here? Like, really? You know, I've had a few days like that, but it's been rough here lately. There's a whole lot going on and whatnot, and I haven't been posting, I haven't been live streaming, just a whole lot of crap going on. I'm sorry for that. Hey, what's up? Welcome in. Just having a little short evening stream going on right now. Oh, hi. How you been? I've been alright, I guess. I just been a long couple of days. Yeah, we ended up having a duck and chicken pass over the weekend, so it's been kind of a rough day and a half or so. But yeah, dog's even kind of taking it hard. Oh, yeah. Just felt froggy and felt like doing a quick little stream or something, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, we ended up having to bury the both of them today, so it was kind of a rough day today, but we made it through. Yeah. Yep, I remember you. Yep, I know who you are. Good seeing you on here. Yeah, like I said, this is usually the other way around. Usually you're the one streaming, I'm the one commenting. It's kind of cool. Yep, I'm a mod for you. That would be me. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, I haven't been really on like uh, too terribly much here lately, even going through streams and whatnot just because of everything going on. Yeah, been a rough past couple of days. Oh, hey, Duke. Hey, what's up, man? Oh, you either broke or sprained your knee. No, actually, this is the first time I've been on there in a couple of days. Yeah, just with everything going on with the animals and whatnot. Yeah, that ain't any good. That hurts. Yeah. Hope he gets the feeling better for you. Hopefully, he didn't end up breaking it. Hopefully, it was just a sprain, but still, those hurt. Yeah. Yeah. Now, haul out yourself there, Duke. Good seeing you on here. Oh, what'd you end up doing to it? Hurting yourself. I put you in bubble wrap. So that way, whenever you fell in that. Oh, ooh, yeah, yeah. I seen you guys were at the hospital with your grandma, I believe. And when she got out, yeah, they have those. Yeah, yeah, those are. Yeah, those hurt. And then even when they have like the carpet down on the floor and whatnot, it's like that real like thin shit, and then it's like a cement underneath of it. It's like real hard floors. No whole lot, Duke. Yeah, just kind of relaxing, taking it easy today. A bit of a rough past couple days, so yeah. Oh, you broke and sprained your knee in one. Hmm. Yeah, that's not good. That ain't any good. Hmm. Yeah. Thankfully, I've never done that. I think I ended up breaking my ankle one time. That was when I was like 4 or 5, but uh, nothing quite like a knee or anything like that. But yeah, I'd say so. That'll hold you up for a bit. Uh, Holy crap. Yeah, last time I knew, you were trying to get 1,000, I think it was. Holy crap, congratulations. You're welcome. Yeah, you got you got a few more than I do. I got I think like 69 or 70, I think. But yeah, just because I'm not um, I don't really post or stream regularly, and out. I don't know. Yeah, it's mostly just the fun thing I do. Just something to kind of pass time by, I guess. Better than being bored. Hmm. But yeah, we think that the air quality down here, like the Apex or whatever it was, ended up um having enough like toxic crap in the air where it ended up taking out the duck and the chicken. So well, all the wildfires and stuff going on up in Canada at the moment. But yeah, that's what we're thinking. So don't ask. But yeah, I don't know. It's just been a rough couple of days. Yeah, the dog and the duck were pretty close too. So he's been kind of in a dog sense of mourning or something. I think it's been looking for. So I think that was the saddest part the past couple of days is that and also going in there and usually I'll say something along the lines of, where's Crazy Duck or hi Pretty Birdie or something like that. I think that's been the hardest part of it. But yes, I get attached to my animals. Don't judge me. Yeah, she was a good duck. Yep. Yeah, she was. But I don't know. I don't want any more animals after this for a very long time, if at all ever. This, I don't know. I just took this one. I think the hardest out of all of them. But I think just because she was around for the longest amount of time, and I just got so connected with her that um, when that animal is gone, then that connection is gone. And yeah, not trying to get all freaking choked up on here and whatnot and have a freaking sob story going on. But yeah, it does something to you for a couple of days. I tell you, um, it tears you up for a bit. Not nearly as much as it does for like a person that you're attached to, but um, almost, almost, but not quite. You know what I mean? It gets to you. But you just kind of have to wake up and cope with it one way or another, I guess. Hello, welcome. How's it going? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be, or that. How's everybody out there in Streamerland doing this evening? Doing pretty good. But, yeah. I don't know, you just gotta keep going and you just gotta keep waking up every morning. It's the main thing. You open your eyes, you put both feet on the floor, and you get up and moving. I mean, what other choice do you really have? I mean, you know, you don't get up and try, then you end up turning into one of those that they just stay in bed all day and they never come out. And they pretty much just waste away, pretty much. But the whole trying thing goes back to the whole deal with whenever it feels like your life is just a loop, pretty much. I mean, you wake up, you do the same exact things, you see the same people, you say the same things, you see the same places, wash, rinse, repeat, and then you go to bed and you wake up and open your eyes and put both feet on the floor, and it's the same thing all over again. It's what it is. And it's all a matter of perception. I mean, it's what you make of it. Whether or not you make the best of it, or you make the worst of it, or you just kind of wallow, or, you know, just comes down to if you accept it or not. It's pretty much where it's at. And you got those big time super overachievers that go out and they end up just extending themselves to the point where they're so stretched thin that they can't put their quality time and attention into one thing, let alone 3 or 4 different things, and they're wrapped up into 10 things. Which, in all honesty, is better than waking up and it feels like your life has just been looped permanently, just over and over. Just the same 24-hour loop over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And whether or not you're okay with that, if you're okay with that, then you just go about the rest of your life. You wake up, you do the same things, you see the same people, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. And then you live the rest of your life like that, and then you kick off, you're done. That's it. And they dig a hole, put you in it, and that's it. And if you're one of those people that don't accept it, then you can either go to the extremes and change it, or you can be one of those wishful thinkers that end up waking up every single day that things are going to be different, and you go to bed depressed and disappointed because it turned out to be the same exact thing. That's where that's at. Giving out free advice this evening, by the way. Well, I don't know if you'd call it advice, just kind of talking and venting, and maybe some ranting in there somewhere along the line. But, yeah. Life is what you make of it. It is what it is. Anybody else still in the chat, or am I in here talking to myself? Say hi or something if you're still in here. Booga booga. No, we're not stooping to that level of brain rot. Sit there for 2 or 3 hours going blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no thank you. I got better things to do with my time. Doing freaking brain rot and something stupid for 2 or 3 hours straight. You get to a certain point in life and you realize, you start thinking back to all the time that you ended up wasting and just frittering away. And even when you're younger and you're sitting around waiting on something and whatnot, you're like, oh my god, I'm bored, there's nothing to do, I'd have nothing to do, and you look back on it and you're like, I had so much stuff that I could have been doing with my time at that point in time, and I just ended up just wasting all of it. And you get up to a certain point in age and you look back and you start kind of, I don't know, counting like the minutes and the seconds a little bit more. Start calculating it. Then you can either pat yourself on the back saying, that I did good right there, I did all right. And then, or you can look back and, kick yourself in the ass for it. One or the other. Whichever. Depends on what you did with your time, I guess. Some people more than others, some completely all of one or completely all of the other. But usually it's a pretty mixed balance of the two. You don't have these people that I have wasted every single freaking second of my life, and and then you have these other people that they do just everything, and every single second of their day is filled with either work or people or extracurricular activities, and that's a big word for the day. And you know, you have those two types of people that look back. And of course, you have your token I don't care people, but one way or another, they lean a little bit more towards one or the other. They just won't tell you. They just give the whole entire I don't care answer just so that way they don't have to elaborate into, why or, trying to pick one or the other type of deal. So those are also the other two types of people as well. Me personally, I think I lean a little bit more towards the whole maybe 60%, wasted moments in life type of deal thing. The other 40, yeah, okay, I've done good things in my life. There's stuff, accomplishments that I'm proud of, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. And, you always have that balance, either 60-40 or 40-60 or 50-50 or 75-25 or 25-75 or 55-45, tomato, whatever the hell the case may be. You know. If people sit down long enough and think hard enough, they can choose one or the other, whether or not that they're proud of how they've spent their time or they've regretted most of it. And some of them are just perfectly content with sitting on the fence and being 50-50 about it, you know. Um, like I said, I'm more along the lines of a 60-40 person, honestly, I think, more than anything. Um, yeah, there's a lot of wasted time in my life, both senses of the word. But, you know, there's a lot of wasted seconds there. There's a lot of wasted minutes, hours, days, months, weeks, years, whatever. I know I didn't say that in the right order, but you know what? It'll be okay. So, um, yeah. But it's just a matter of your viewpoint in life, whether the glass is half empty or half full or not. I guess also that's another thing you gotta take into consideration is that um, perception. Perception's a very big thing, especially if if you nitpick everything and sit down and look through everything and whatnot. You know, sit down hard enough, look at it, and did I use this time wisely? Did I end up wasting this time? Was this time just whatever I had a few minutes here or there, just the waste, or the you know just pass by, whatever. You got some of those people at every single second of every day. They have to be productive. They have to be doing something. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's, as long as you're not like running around making yourself, running yourself ragged into an early grave type of deal. There is absolutely not one thing wrong with that. And to the people like that, more power to them. As long as you're, staying healthy and you're not running yourself, ragged or really run down, or as the saying goes, the whole burning the candle at both ends, shall we say. Um, More power to you. And then you got some of the people out there that they literally do not want to lift a finger in a 24-hour time frame. They literally just don't want to do anything. They just sit around, and you know collect checks, whatnot. Don't get out. Don't do anything. Don't be productive whatsoever, even in their own household for that matter. Those are the people that are just lazy, fat, slobby human beings, pretty much. Are those ones that just don't want to get up and do anything at all. Okay, like I get, like, some people, some may have, like they physically can't, or, mentally they can't, or something like that. Those people, have an excuse. They have reason. They're not just doing it just because they don't want to get up and do anything, or they just want to sit around on their butts all day long. Okay? There's a big, huge, big, 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 huge difference right there. And for those type of people, I don't have time for them. Okay? Me, I try and be as much of a perfect balance as I can between the two, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it. Um, where I don't try and fill every single second of every single day with as much as humanly possible, and running myself, out of gas early, every single day. And also, I don't like to consider myself to be a person that just sits around and does nothing just because, I have this list of stuff that's piling up of stuff to do, and I don't want to get up and do anything. That's not me. So usually I try and be 75% productive, 25% unproductive, pretty much. But that's me, anyways. That's me in a nutshell. And hey, when you get a free moment, or you get a free second, you know, sit back, relax, light up a cigar, you know, drink a beer. You know, some people, light a blunt, whatever they do, whatever makes them happy, more power to them. That's what I say. And you got those little, like, really easygoing moments like that where, you have a few free moments. So you know what? Screw it. You deserve it. But yeah. Hello, welcome in, everybody. Good evening. Just having a little conversation about perception and humans, and whether or not life is a loop, as the topic of today's programming. Good evening. And I will be right back. So, welcome in chat. How's everybody doing this evening? Hope everybody is doing okay this fine Sunday evening. Glad to see you all on. How you all doing today? I am doing very well myself, thank you. Oh, somewhat, anyways, I guess. Hello, welcome in. Hello, welcome in. How's it going? Just having a little bit of a Sunday evening stream going on here. But yeah, just, I don't know, like the past couple months or so, I've just been in this kind of rut of, I don't know, life is a loop, you know. You wake up, you do the same things, you see the same people, you do the same things. I mean, I don't know, you just feel like you're in a rut. And then you wake up and you just hope that, that day is different, and, it isn't. It's just the same exact thing. I don't know. It's like you go to bed, the night before, hoping, you know, things will be different. You wake up, you open your eyes, you put both feet on the floor, and as it turns out, it's the same exact thing. Nothing ever changes. Nobody ever changes. And I'm pretty sure I've come to the conclusion that that's just how life is. It's all a simulation, it's all a loop, it's same exact thing day after day. You know, then you start asking yourself, is it all actually really worth it? You know, what am I doing here? Why am I here? You start asking yourself those questions. Does it make a difference that I'm even here? Does it matter? Would anybody actually notice? You know, that type of thing. You start having thoughts like that go through your head. Then you either have those all too familiar options of, number one, you can accept it and say, this is how life is, this is how I'm going to spend every single day for the rest of my life, and I'm, going to grow to be however old, and then I'm just going to kick off, and that's just going to be at the end of it. That's just pretty much just accepting it. And then you have those other ones that, fill the hole or try and answer the question by, numbing or dulling it, whatnot, which works for a while, and then you end up waking up and you still have the same question in your face all over again, unanswered. And you just back to point one all over again. Like I said, you have those other ones, the third group of people, the Pollyanna nutbags that always look for, the bright side of life, and, you know, Hmm.